Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today with fire in my eyes and a heart full of passion. Life is a battleground, and if you want to succeed, you've got to be ready to take on the toughest challenges. But here's the secret: you have to dream big. They tell you it's impossible. They say you can't do that. They laugh, they mock, and they doubt you. But let me tell you something. You're not here to listen to the doubters. You're here to prove them wrong. You're here to defy the odds. Dare to dream big. Dream beyond what your eyes can see and what your mind believes is achievable. We often limit ourselves by what we can perceive in the present, but true greatness lies in seeing the world not as it is, but as it could be. The impossible is not something to fear, but something to chase. If you can only imagine what's possible, then you're holding back on your full potential. But when you allow yourself to imagine the impossible, you unlock the power to break barriers and create things others thought were out of reach. Dreaming big means stretching the limits of your imagination, thinking beyond the usual constraints, and aiming for what seems unthinkable. This kind of vision, where you see things that haven't been seen yet and believe in things that haven't been achieved, is the first step toward turning the impossible into reality. So don't just dream about what's safe or what seems achievable. Dream for what others will doubt, for what feels like a challenge too great to overcome, and then go out there and make it happen. Believe in the unseen. You must have the courage to believe in what others cannot yet see, because your dreams are not just fleeting thoughts, they are a blueprint to the future. While others may look at you with skepticism, unsure of where your journey will lead, you must trust in your vision and your path. People may not understand your dream and they might tell you that it's unrealistic or impossible, but that's because they can't see it yet. It hasn't been revealed to them and they don't have the clarity you do. Your dreams are yours to carry and only you can see the potential within them. When you close your eyes, you can already envision the success, the victory, the place where your hard work and dedication will take you. No one else will have that same vision unless they dare to dream like you. Believing in the unseen means trusting that the path you're walking is leading you towards something bigger than anyone can grasp right now. You are the architect of your own future, and the blueprint is in your hands. Even when the world doesn't understand, you must trust in what you see, because that belief is the spark that will guide you through every obstacle, every challenge, and every moment of doubt. Keep your vision clear, for it's your belief in the unseen that will turn it into reality. Commit to the fight. Dreams without action are nothing more than fantasies. It's easy to sit back and imagine the life you want, to daydream about what could be, but dreams alone will never get you anywhere. If you want to turn those dreams into reality, you have to take action, and you have to be relentless in your pursuit. The road won't be easy, and the obstacles will come at you from every direction, but that's where commitment comes in. It's about dedicating yourself completely to the cause, no matter how tough it gets. You can't just want something. You have to be willing to fight for it. Every day, every moment, every ounce of energy must be poured into making that dream real. The fight isn't just physical, it's mental, emotional, and spiritual. You need to be prepared to face setbacks, to be knocked down, and to struggle when things don't go according to plan. But the key to victory lies in your ability to keep going. You can't let your dream fade away because it's too hard or too far out of reach. The world is full of dreamers, but few are willing to put in the work required to make those dreams come true. If you want to stand out, if you want to achieve the impossible, you have to commit to the fight. Every failure is a lesson. Every challenge a chance to grow stronger. The only way to reach your dreams is to keep pushing, no matter how exhausting it becomes, until you turn that vision into reality. Don't just dream, commit to the fight and let nothing stop you. Embrace struggles as lessons. The road to greatness is never smooth. It's full of bumps, twists, and turns that will challenge you in ways you never imagined. But it's in those very struggles that you'll find your greatest growth. Every obstacle you face is not something to avoid or fear, but an opportunity to learn, to improve, and to become stronger. Life will test you. It will push you to your limits, and at times it may feel like you're fighting a losing battle, but those moments are precisely where your strength is forged. The tough times teach you things that the easy victories never will. They build your character, shape your resilience, and refine your determination. When faced with difficulty, you have two choices. You can give up, or you can learn from it and rise above. The difference between those who reach greatness and those who fall short is how they handle adversity. The person who views struggles as lessons is the one who uses each challenge as fuel for their fire. It's not the lack of challenges that leads to success. It's the ability to keep going when they arise and to see them as opportunities to grow. The harder the journey, the stronger you'll become. So when life gets tough, don't shy away. Welcome the struggle and recognize that it's preparing you for something bigger. Every setback is simply a setup for a comeback. Embrace the struggles because they are the stepping stones to your success. Visualize your victory. Before you achieve anything, you have to see it in your mind. The power of visualization is unmatched. It's the act of seeing your success long before it becomes reality. When you close your eyes and picture your triumph, you're creating a mental image of your future, a future that's waiting for you to bring it to life. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's a powerful tool that allows you to align your actions with your dreams. Visualizing your victory every single day strengthens your belief in yourself and in the path you're walking. It helps you to stay focused, especially when obstacles arise and doubt creeps in. The more you visualize, the clearer the steps to your success become, because your mind begins to plan, to strategize, and to direct your efforts toward achieving that victory. When you see yourself victorious, whether it's crossing the finish line, receiving that award, or achieving your goal, it becomes more than just a dream. It becomes a mission, a destiny that you're actively working toward. Visualization keeps your motivation high, and it reminds you daily why you're pushing through the hardships. It's not enough to simply want something. You must see it, feel it, and believe it with every part of your being. Your vision is the fuel that keeps your engine running, and it will guide you through the toughest times. Keep your eyes on the prize and visualize your victory, because what you see in your mind today will soon manifest into your reality. Let that vision drive you forward and let it inspire you to never give up, no matter what. Be relentless. The path to greatness is not for the faint of heart. There will be moments when it feels impossible, when every step forward seems harder than the last, when the weight of doubt and failure threatens to pull you back. But in those very moments, you have to make a choice. Will you stop or will you keep pushing? Relentlessness is the ability to keep moving forward, even when everything within you wants to quit. It's about refusing to be defeated, no matter how hard the journey becomes. When others tell you it's impossible, when they say you can't do it, that's when you need to dig in your heels and keep going. The world is full of naysayers and dream crushers, but it's the relentless ones who turn the impossible into possible. When you push through adversity, when you keep going in the face of setbacks, you develop a strength that others can't understand. Relentless determination means that you don't let the tough times define you. You don't let failure dictate your future. You use it as fuel. Every no becomes a not yet. Every setback becomes a lesson. When you're relentless, you transform every obstacle into a stepping stone toward your goal. It's not about never falling. It's about always getting back up, no matter how many times you fall. It's about refusing to let circumstances determine your future. You control your destiny, and nothing can stop you unless you let it. So when the road gets tough, when the doubt creeps in, when people say you can't keep going, be relentless in your pursuit of greatness, and there is nothing that can stand in your way. Harness the power of self-belief. You are your own biggest fan, and you must recognize that your belief in yourself is the foundation upon which everything else is built. There will be times when no one else sees your vision, when the world doubts your potential, and when others question your abilities. But in those moments, it is your belief in yourself that will keep you moving forward. Self-belief is not just a feeling, it's a powerful tool that fuels your actions and shapes your mindset. It's the voice inside you that tells you, I can do this, even when the odds are stacked against you. It's what makes you stand tall when everyone else is sitting down, and it's what gives you the courage to take risks when others are too afraid to try. If you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect anyone else to? Self-doubt is like an anchor that holds you back, but self-belief is the wind in your sails that propels you toward your goals. It allows you to stand firm in your purpose, even when the world tries to knock you down. People may not always see what you see, and they may not always understand your journey. But as long as you believe in your worth, in your talents, and in your ability to overcome obstacles, you'll keep moving forward, regardless of what others think. Believe in your own power, because when you do, you radiate confidence that others can feel. Your energy and conviction will attract people who believe in you too. But first, it all starts with you. You must be your own biggest cheerleader, your own source of inspiration, and your own driving force. When you cultivate that deep, unshakable belief in yourself, you open doors that you never thought possible. Harness the power of self-belief, and you'll find that the world will begin to respond to you in ways you never imagined. When you stand tall in your own confidence, the rest of the world has no choice but to take notice. Turn doubt into fuel. In life, there will always be doubters and critics. There will always be people who question your abilities, your dreams, and your potential. They'll tell you that you're not good enough, that you can't do it, or that you're dreaming too big. But instead of letting their words discourage you, let them fuel your fire. Every time someone doubts you, use it as motivation to prove them wrong. Their disbelief is not a reason to shrink back. It's the perfect reason to push forward with even more intensity. Every critic, every person who laughs at your dream is giving you a reason to rise. Let their disbelief become the fuel that ignites your passion and determination. You're not just fighting for success, you're fighting to prove to yourself and to them that you're capable of achieving what they thought was impossible. When you turn doubt into fuel, it strengthens your resolve and sharpens your focus. You stop caring about their opinions and start caring about your vision. When you use doubt as fuel, you transform negativity into something powerful. You become unstoppable. You learn to take those moments of criticism and use them as stepping stones toward your success. The doubters might think they're tearing you down, but in reality, they're building you up. Every moment of doubt, every critical word is another reason to keep fighting for what you believe in. Let their disbelief light the fire within you and watch how it propels you to heights they never thought possible. Be unapologetically you. In a world that often encourages conformity, the greatest thing you can do is stand firm in your uniqueness. Too often people try to fit themselves into molds, changing who they are or how they present themselves in order to fit in, to please others, or to gain approval. But that's not the path to greatness. You were not born to blend in, and you were not created to be a copy of someone else. You were born to stand out, to be bold, to be confident, and to show the world who you truly are without fear or hesitation. Don't change for anyone. Don't shrink yourself to make others feel comfortable. If someone doesn't accept you for who you are, that's their issue, not yours. When you try to change yourself to meet other people's expectations, you're living a life dictated by their rules, not your own. You are the one who should define your worth, not others. Embrace your quirks, your passions, your flaws, and your strengths. These are the things that make you unique and special. When you embrace who you truly are, you stop wasting energy on trying to be someone you're not, and you start focusing on what truly matters, living authentically and chasing your own goals. Being unapologetically you means having the courage to be yourself in every situation, no matter who's watching or what they might think. It means standing tall in your truth, even if others are afraid to stand in theirs. It's about being bold enough to speak your mind, pursue your passions, and go after your dreams without worrying about how others will perceive you. Confidence isn't about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about owning who you are, flaws and all, and walking through life with your head held high, knowing that your uniqueness is your strength. Let the world adjust to you, not the other way around. You don't need to change yourself to fit into someone else's idea of who you should be. The world will always have its opinions, but you are the only one who knows your true worth. Don't let anyone's expectations define you or limit what you're capable of. Instead, define yourself and let the world see the power of someone who is unapologetically authentic. When you stop apologizing for being yourself, you give others permission to do the same. And in that freedom, you'll find the true power of living boldly, confidently, and unapologetically. Focus on progress, not perfection. In a world that often glorifies perfection, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that anything less than flawless isn't good enough. But perfection is a myth. There is no such thing as a perfectly smooth, unblemished journey. No one's path is without obstacles or setbacks. And expecting perfection is not only unrealistic, but also paralyzing. The key to success isn't in being perfect, it's in making consistent progress, even if that progress is small or incremental. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. It's a testament to your resilience, your determination, and your commitment to moving toward your dream. Progress is not about how fast you go or how flawless your execution is. It's about continuing to move forward, learning along the way, and becoming better each day. It's about the mindset that says, I'm not perfect, but I'm moving closer to my goal with every action I take. When you focus on progress instead of perfection, you free yourself from the weight of unrealistic expectations. You allow yourself to grow and evolve rather than stagnating in the pursuit of an impossible ideal. The process becomes more important than the outcome because you know that each effort, no matter how imperfect, is a step in the right direction. The journey is where you'll find your true growth. And as long as you keep moving forward, you're winning. So let go of the need for perfection and embrace the power of progress. Celebrate a step, every lesson, every mistake, and every triumph, because that's how you create lasting success. Never back down. Life will challenge you in ways you never expected, and the road to success will be far from easy. There will be times when you feel like giving up, when the obstacles seem insurmountable, and when the weight of failure threatens to crush your spirit. But in those moments, you have to make a choice. Do you let the challenges defeat you, or do you rise up, refuse to quit, and keep fighting? The only time you should ever consider quitting is when you're dead, and even then, your fight doesn't have to end. The legacy you leave behind, the impact you make, the battles you fought, the hurdles you overcame will live on long after you're gone. To never back down means to keep going no matter how hard it gets. It's about having the mental fortitude to persevere even when the road is rough, when the crowd is cheering against you, and when it feels like the entire world is trying to hold you back. It's about understanding that every time you face adversity, it's not a signal to stop. It's an invitation to grow, to dig deeper, and to push yourself beyond what you thought possible. The most successful people, the ones who create lasting change, are not the ones who took the easy route. They're the ones who fought when everything seemed impossible, the ones who kept moving forward when others would have turned around. It's not about being invincible, it's about being unshakable. It's about getting back up every time you fall, learning from every mistake, and continuing to fight with everything you've got. The strength to never back down comes from the understanding that your legacy isn't just built on the victories you claim, but on the battles you fight and the perseverance you show, regardless of the outcome. Even when the odds are stacked against you, when everyone tells you it's over, when the fight seems lost, never back down. Your fight is never truly over, and as long as you keep going, your story continues to inspire others to do the same. Your legacy lives on in the fire you've ignited, the lives you've touched, and the example you've set. So stand tall, stay strong, and never back down, because your journey, your resilience, and your relentless pursuit of your dreams will echo through the generations to come. Push beyond limits. The boundaries you think exist often aren't real. They're self-imposed barriers that you've placed in your own mind. Too many people live their lives within the confines of what they believe they're capable of, operating under the illusion that their potential has a ceiling. But the truth is, those limits don't actually exist. They're merely a product of fear, doubt, and comfort. The only limits that hold you back are the ones you accept. And if you want to achieve greatness, you need to shatter those false ceilings and push beyond what you think is possible. Breaking through these limits starts with a mindset shift. It's about recognizing that you are capable of far more than you've given yourself credit for. Your true potential lies beyond the comfort zone you've been living in, and in order to unlock it, you must be willing to push past the fear of failure, the hesitation that holds you back, and the negative thoughts that tell you it's too much or I can't do it. The limits you face are not based on reality, they're based on past experiences, on your comfort with the way things are, or on your fears of what could go wrong. But none of these are permanent or unbreakable. Shattering your limits is not a one-time event. It's a continuous process. Each time you face a new challenge, you have the opportunity to push yourself even further. You're constantly expanding your capacity, stretching your potential, and stepping into new territory. You'll face setbacks, and there will be times when it feels impossible. But that's when you need to dig deeper and prove to yourself that there is no limit to what you can achieve. When you break through one limit, you make way for even greater achievement. Each success, each moment of pushing beyond what you thought was possible reinforces the truth that you are capable of much more than you realize. So don't accept the limits that others or your own mind try to place on you. Break them down, tear them apart, and show yourself the power of your own potential. You have within you an infinite capacity for growth. And when you push beyond those limits, you not only discover what you're truly capable of, you unlock the path to a future full of boundless possibilities. Keep going, keep pushing, and keep breaking through. Because there are no limits, only opportunities to rise higher. Failure is just a detour. Too often, people view failure as the end of the road, as if it's a permanent defeat. But in reality, failure is not the end. It's simply a detour on the way to success. It's an inevitable part of the journey, not a dead stop. Every successful person has encountered failure at some point, and the difference between those who make it and those who don't lies in how they respond to it. Failure isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace because it teaches you invaluable lessons that success alone could never provide. When you fail, it's not a reflection of your worth or your abilities. It's a moment of learning, a step in the right direction, a part of the process. Failure is the universe's way of telling you, not yet. It's a sign that there's more to learn, more to improve, and more to discover about yourself and your path. Failure teaches resilience, patience, and grit. It shows you where you need to adjust, refine, and grow. It's the perfect opportunity to reassess your approach, to make course corrections, and to come back stronger than before. If you let it, failure will help you build the mental toughness necessary to succeed in the face of future challenges. What truly matters is how you rise from failure. It's about your mindset, your determination, and your refusal to let setbacks define you. When you fail, you have a choice. You can let it defeat you, or you can use it as fuel to drive you forward. Those who let failure stop them are the ones who never see their dreams come to life. But those who rise from failure, who dust themselves off and keep moving forward with renewed focus and energy, are the ones who ultimately succeed. Every time you rise, you grow stronger and more capable. Failure is also a reminder that nothing worth achieving comes easily. The road to success is paved with challenges and setbacks. If it were easy, everyone would do it, but it's the ability to persevere through those tough times, to keep going when everything seems to be falling apart, that leads to greatness. Failure isn't a sign that you should quit. It's a sign that you're on the right path. It means you're pushing your boundaries, you're taking risks, and you're learning along the way. Be bold enough to fail. In life, the biggest risk is not taking any risks at all. Too many people shy away from failure, thinking that it's something to be feared, something to be avoided at all costs. But the truth is, failure is a vital part of success. Only those who are willing to fail, those who are brave enough to step outside of their comfort zones and take chances, are the ones who are capable of truly succeeding. Success isn't handed to you on a silver platter, it's earned through trial, error, and the courage to fail along the way. Failure is not a reflection of your worth. It doesn't mean you're not good enough or that you should give up. On the contrary, failure is a sign that you're pushing yourself beyond your current limitations, reaching for something greater. Every great success story is filled with moments of failure, because those who succeed are the ones who got up after falling. They were bold enough to fail and strong enough to learn from it. They weren't afraid of failure because they understood that it was just a part of the process, not the end of the road. It's the fear of never trying that should truly scare you. Imagine reaching the end of your life and realizing that you never took the chance to go after your dreams, that you never pushed yourself to see what you were truly capable of. The thought of living a life without ever having tried, without ever having stepped out of your comfort zone, is a much greater regret than any failure you might experience along the way. Fearing failure means you're letting fear dictate your actions. But the bold understand that it's the willingness to fail, to take chances, and to learn from mistakes that ultimately leads to success. So be bold enough to fail. Don't let the fear of making mistakes hold you back from reaching for greatness. When you embrace failure as a natural part of the journey, you free yourself from the limitations that fear imposes. You give yourself permission to try, to stumble, to learn, and to rise again. And with each failure, you're not losing, you're moving closer to the success that's waiting for you. The only way to truly fail is to never try at all. So go after what you want with everything you have. Fail, learn, get better, and succeed. Celebrate every win, no matter how small. In a world that often emphasizes big achievements and grand milestones, it's easy to overlook the smaller victories along the way. But every small win, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is a crucial step towards realizing your dreams. These moments, these tiny victories, are the building blocks of success. They may not always feel like much on their own, but when you put them together, they create a foundation that supports your bigger goals. Celebrating the small wins keeps you motivated and energized. It boosts your confidence and helps you stay focused on your journey, even when the path feels long or difficult. When you take the time to acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small they seem, you reinforce the belief that you're making progress, that you're on the right track, and that your dreams are within reach. It's a reminder that success doesn't always happen overnight, and that every bit of progress counts. Additionally, these small wins help you build resilience. They teach you that success isn't about a single moment, but about perseverance and consistency. There will be times when you face setbacks or feel like giving up, but looking back at all the little victories along the way can reignite your drive. It shows you that you've already overcome obstacles, that you've already achieved things you once thought were impossible, and that you're capable of achieving even more. When you celebrate each win, you cultivate gratitude for the journey and the lessons it brings. It's not just about reaching the destination, it's about appreciating the process and the growth that comes with it. Each small victory is a testament to your hard work, your dedication, and your commitment to your goals. So take the time to celebrate them. Whether it's acknowledging a personal achievement, ticking off a task, or overcoming a challenge, celebrate every win. These moments are the steps that lead you to the bigger victories, and by honoring them, you build the mindset and the momentum that will carry you to your ultimate dreams. As you walk this path toward your dreams, remember this: success isn't just about the destination, it's about every step you take along the way. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to struggle. And never ever back down. Embrace every challenge as an opportunity to grow, and celebrate every victory, no matter how small. The road may not always be smooth, but with persistence, courage, and belief in yourself, there's nothing you can't achieve. Keep pushing, keep striving, and remember what you're capable of is far beyond what you've imagined. Your future is waiting, and it's in your hands to make it extraordinary. So go out there, be bold, and chase your dreams with everything you've got, because the world needs what only you can give. Keep moving forward and never stop believing in the power of your own journey.